the Flash. So, 8th grade finished, and we learned about speed and force that year, so I thought, hey, let's take a look at the speediest and forciest man. It's the Flash, you guys guessed it, he's in the title. I'm going to be talking about why CW's Flash is kind of stupid. Okay, so let's start off with Season 4. This is my main problem about the Flash. The main villain of Season 4 is called the Thinker. He is a non-speedster, so that means he doesn't contain the speed force, and he can't run that fast. Or at all, I guess. I mean, he was paralyzed, but then he wasn't, because he swapped minds. And then he did that again, and again, and again, but that's not important, because he's dead. Anyway, Clifford DeVoe being a non-speedster means that his reaction time and other things like that is a lot slower than Barry's. My main problem is in this one scene. Barry gets struck by a tentacle coming out of DeVoe's tech-like Thanos chair, and that doesn't make any sense. In episode 12 of Season 4, Barry breaks Goldberg out of prison. He takes him all the way from Central City to Jiaju, China. Now, we don't have much on the location of where Central City is, other than that there is a town called Central City in Colorado, and it's a gambling town, and it's in the mountains. So, doesn't seem like that's where the city is. So first up on the agenda, find where Central City is on Earth, or at least somewhere similar to it. Considering all the people talking in the show have American accents, I'm going to take a wild guess and say the show is based in America. Geographically, they live near an ocean. It's never specified which one. That's the end of that thought. They have snow, and they also have pine trees in the area. This gives me a location around Oregon, Washington, and Maine. So, that's pretty cool. We have 3 states narrowed down to where Central City could be. All you gotta figure out is what city it could be. Now, Central City is a really large urban city, we know that. So the largest city out of all 3 states would have to be Seattle. So for now, Central City is going to be Seattle. Also, this is all coming from a 14-year-old guy who wrote this script in around an hour and did pretty much no research while making it. So take everything I say with a grain of pepper, or salt, it's up to you. So, we now have 2 pieces of evidence, location of Central City and location of Jiaju, China. Now, we just gotta figure out the time. Barry's able to get to Central City and Jiaju and then back to Central City in the matter of this camera. So this camera looks at point A for 10 seconds, and then it swings over to point B for 10 seconds, and back to point A. You're gonna have to trust me on that. I counted the seconds out in my head. I got 10 seconds. Anyway, so let's think about now. We have all of our data. We have kind of the distance. Not yet. Gotta Google search it. We have the time. Now we just gotta figure out speed. It's a very simple speed equation. So, distance between Seattle and Jiaju is 6,353 miles per hour.
Boy, you stupid.
When I say miles per hour, it's not. It's just miles. Distance between Seattle and Jiaju is 6,353 miles. He is able to get there and back in the matter of 10 seconds. That brings Barry Allen's speed to 1,270 miles per hour. Wait, that's not miles per hour? Oh yeah, guys, it's miles per second. He is able to go 1,270.6 miles per second, or 4.5 million miles per hour. That is ridiculously fast. Now, this is where I decided to spread out a list of the fastest blank in the world as of now. So, fastest animal is the peregrine falcon at 242 miles per hour. Fastest car is a Hennessy Venom F5 at 301 miles per hour. Fastest car, plane, is an SR-71 Blackbird at 2,193 miles per hour. That, meaning the plane by the way, that plane is only 0.0005% of how fast Barry is. Wow, that's very fast. Now that we know Barry's speed, we can apply this to the logics of the show. I did not do a frame-by-frame analysis of how fast DeVoe's tentacle moves out of his chair. I just did not want to. I'm sorry I failed you guys. But for the sake of this being kind of relevant, let's just say DeVoe's tentacle moves around 50 miles per hour. Okay? His tentacle moves 50 miles per hour, while Barry Allen is going 4.5 million miles per hour. So now it makes sense why DeVoe beat the Flash. He was just going too slow, and Barry couldn't understand it. That's my main problem with the Flash. Like, his speed is just way too much for him to be getting beat by people who are very slow. I know what you guys are saying. Well, DeVoe's the fastest mind on Earth. Well, that's irrelevant. Neurons don't fire at 4.5 million miles per hour. At least I don't think. I didn't Google it. But if they do, I guess it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, Barry is still faster than a 50 mile per hour tentacle. So yeah, like I said, that's kind of my main problem. I could end the video here. I have stated my case. But I don't want people in the comments to go down and say stuff like, it's just a TV show. It's not supposed to be based around science. And they're right. In order for this show to have been successful, they do need to tweak Barry's speed significantly, which really isn't a problem. I don't hate the show. I think that the show's good for the most part, even if it is a teenage soap opera. I like it. And that's what matters. But I got one more problem with the show, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. Time travel. I don't think it's that fresh. Now, for the most part, I think it does do a good job. Alternate timelines and stuff is pretty cool. That's my problem. Every scenario I've thought of that didn't make sense was linked back to Barry being in an alternate timeline. And that is what is insane. Imagine this, right? Barry is already living in an alternate timeline since Eobard killed his mom. After that, he creates a second alternate timeline. So now you have, I guess, 3 total timelines where the weather wizard comes back to create a big boy wave. Then he runs back in time yet again to learn how to get faster. That creates another alternate timeline. Keep in mind, we now have 3 alternate timelines linked to the base timeline that never really existed. Now, he travels back in time one more time to save his mom. This right here, it creates a timeline completely separate from the base one. All of these timelines that Barry has now lived in are branches of the base timeline. He has now created a second base timeline. There are now like 5 different timelines. It's insane. It's hard to understand. And that's why it's insane. Like, there's just so much going on with this show, and it's hard to keep track of now. It's fun to watch, but sometimes the logistics just blur out the fun stuff. And it doesn't matter, because that's what a show should be. A show should just be fun, whether it's goofy, stupid. A show is meant to entertain, not to educate. Unless you like documentaries, but the show is there to just educate. So really, The Flash might have some flaws in its science, but other than that, it's just based around having a good time with a crazy fast guy who's able to be beat by normal people. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this segment of the video. Here's a little ending part of it. If you liked it, that's pretty cool. I thought this was different from recent videos. I'm kind of worried about how it will be received. But if you liked it, that's pretty epic. I will do more of these in the future if I can. I'll probably do one about Marvel, because I did DC, now it's Marvel's turn. So yeah, give me a Marvel hero to do, and I'll do a video about them. That'll be fun. So yeah, I also have a music video about scores and films in progress. So I'll try and get that out. But I am worried about copyright strikes, because those exist on Earth and I hate them, and they frighten me. Will that be a good copyright strike? I'm hoping not. If it gets a claim, I'm okay with that, because I'm not making any ad revenue, and probably won't for another year and a half. That's pretty cool. But wait guys, I have a Twitch. I don't have much of a life, clearly, and I don't stream on it ever. So what do I do with my life? I play piano. So yeah, yeah, that's about it. I have a Twitch. If you want to follow that, go ahead. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. If you guys liked it, that's pretty cool. Okay, bye.